Alright, so there's a new video from Kurtis that I wanted to check out. This Christian knockoff of Saw is god awful. Now, I'm a huge fan of Saw. I've seen all the movies. I watched them multiple times when I was in like high school with my friends. So I kind of want to see what this what this Christian knockoff is gonna look like. Let's check it out.
G'day, mate. Hey, I'm going on tour in Australia and New Zealand. That's right, it's the Kurtis Down Under, I Hardly Know Her tour. I'm going to Perth, Adelaide,
Down Under,
Melbourne,
I hardly know. That's
Sydney,
funny.
Brisbane, Auckland, and Christchurch. And guess what? Tickets are on sale right now. So click the description and get your tickets today. I'll see you there. I'm so excited. Folks, so every October, I try to make a video about a bad horror movie. It's always so like stressful and overwhelming because I'm like working extra hard to get it out before Halloween. And this year I wanted to alleviate some stress, so
By getting it out in
I'm
February.
putting out my Halloween video right now. So happy Halloween 2023, everybody. I got a question for you. Have you ever watched the movie Saw and thought to yourself, this is great, but where's Jesus? I know I have, and thankfully my prayers have been answered in the form of this movie, The Reconciler.
The
Now,
Reconciler.
This film wasn't advertised
Redemption
as a
is the only
Christian
way out.
remake of Saw, but once I watched it, there's no other way to describe it. For those of you who don't know, the Saw franchise focuses on a serial killer named Jigsaw who kidnaps people who have done bad things and puts them in these like elaborate traps to force them to fight for their lives. For
Hell yeah.
example, in the opening scene of Saw 2, Jigsaw kidnaps this guy who's apparently a snitch, and he puts his head in a device that will unalive him if he doesn't open it in time with the key that was surgically placed behind his eyeball. So yeah, pretty gnarly. And obviously the Christian remake of Saw doesn't feature any violence or gore because it's a Christian movie. But it does feature an eerily similar plot. And also,
Okay.
most of you probably know the other staple of the Saw franchise is a crazy twist ending. And this movie has that as well. So
Oh
without
yeah,
further
Saw
ado,
does like to do that, yeah.
let's watch The Reconciler. Oh wait, sorry, before we go any further, The Reconciler? I hardly know her. So the movie starts the
Hey.
same way the first Saw movie starts. Two people passed out on the floor in some random location.
I feel like that foot placement isn't very natural to being passed out. Like that's kind of the way it's kind of stood up like that. Like that just that looks weird.
First guy, Smitty, gets up and begins searching for
Smitty.
a way out. And the only thing that this scene does is make me think that Smitty is not potty trained. Oh, man, just my luck. First the kidnapping. Now I gotta learn how to use one of these. He then wakes up the other guy, Ed, by poking him with Ed's cane.
What? Can I have my cane?
What?
I have a hurt leg. It's kind of hard to walk without... Sorry.
I wonder if that was the actual diagnosis from the doctor. Please, doc, you
I
gotta
have a
help
hurt
me.
leg.
My leg really hurts.
That was nice of the reconciler
Alright,
to
seems
leave
like
the
another
cane for him
classic
too.
Case of hurt leg. Oh, no, what's the cure? Well, the year was 1978. Robert Smith, just a young boy. This is what I meant. Okay, so the boys start looking around for ways to escape this room that they're locked in, but they can't find anything. All they really find is a hurt shoulder.
I think I just bruised it.
So they ultimately accept their fate of being trapped there.
I don't think they mean to kill us. At least not right away.
And already we can see that this movie is Saw but Christian, you know? Like Saw but a little nicer. In the original Saw film, they were chained up in a dirty old bathroom. But this one they've got like several rooms. They got like
Yeah,
a
they get to
private
walk around.
bathroom and shit. Like this is like a vacation.
They're just in
for
some
them, pretty
basement.
much. We then cut to this other character named Lori. She's a reporter who says everything she's typing just fucking out loud.
Prominence. Eldridge family.
Lori, shut the fuck up.
Hey, beautiful.
Every day with this shit, you can't just say all the words you're typing out loud.
Sarah Pritchard.
We all heard everything you sexted to your husband. You know that, right?
The occasion
It's fucking disgusting.
was celebrated.
That's kind of
Can't have
annoying.
one
What the hell?
fucking day of
Who does
silence,
that?
man. This was supposed to be a good day. You know, whoever the boss calls over to his desk is getting a promotion. And I think it's gonna be me.
Lori,
Yeah.
come and see me, please.
Come on! Also, I love this scene so much because, like, the wedding article that she was writing was so clearly keyframed
What?
manually
No
onto-
way. That is. Oh god, that is so bad. What the? Oh
the
my
screen.
god.
Like, instead of using actual...
Jesus, look at that. It's like Oh my god, look at that, dude. It's not even like properly cropped.
Actual
Oh,
motion
that is
tracking. And whoever
funny.
did it did a very poor job. Like, you can see it like overflowing in the cubicle pretty much. But hey, that's what happens when you spend all the budget on high quality actors.
Ooh, you're
True.
keeping up.
Oh, yeah, covering the latest fashion shows.
Yeah.
Never mind. Also, dude, this boss character, he has the opposite
Yeah.
problem of Lori. I can't fucking understand anything this man says.
Battery power cars.
Look, I've been speaking English for almost like 30 years, and the way this guy talks makes me feel like I've never heard an English word before.
I was talking to my dad over the holiday, you know, and like
What?
he said, you know, my dad says God is not dead.
Huh?
We act like he
What are
is.
you talking about?
Good and evil kid, look at me.
What are you saying?
Good and evil kid, look at me.
I don't know if I'm just
Sounds like he's
exhausted,
gargling.
But that audio clip right there, I've been replaying it all night, and I'm fucking losing. What does he say there, dude?
Good and evil kid, look at me.
Look at me.
Good and evil kid, look at me.
Please leave a comment and let me know what you think.
Good and evil,
he is saying
hey,
here, 'cause
look
I have
at me?
I have no
I don't
fucking
know.
idea.
So after replaying the scene like 5,000 times, I realized what he said.
Except for that one part. I still don't know what he said there.
Good and evil kid, look at me.
You know, he wants her to go out into the world and write a real hard-hitting story.
A real
About
story.
God.
So he tells her to go out and write a story about how people don't believe in God anymore, and it's like ruining the planet. And she agrees.
On my desk, I want it.
All right.
Also, yo, where the fuck is this office, dude? It looks like the room where they filmed the first actual Saw movie. There's like a pipe in the corner, like weird, dirty tiling on the wall. I feel like if the camera panned down a little bit, you'd see two guys fucking sawing their legs. Okay, so we now cut back to Ed and Smitty, and we see them getting to know each other a little bit.
What is it exactly that you do?
I'm a reporter. So what do you do for a living?
Graphic design.
And that is the whole scene. We then immediately cut up to close-up shots of a squirting cross.
Ugh.
Never knew I would say those words in that order, but here I am. And then it cuts to an interview between Lori and a pastor. And listen, I really don't want to focus too much on this storyline because it literally goes nowhere. You know, in like a regular serial killer,
Are they just, like, gassing up
movie,
God
there's a reporter
in that
maybe
scene?
doing a story about the serial killer. You know, it shows them gathering clues and maybe the movie ends with the reporter saving the day, you know? Not this movie. While there's the main storyline about the Jigsaw-style kidnapper, there's also another storyline of Lori just interviewing people about God. And that's it. That's so fucking stupid. That's like if the movie Zodiac still featured all the serial killer stuff, but whenever it cut to Jake Gyllenhaal's detective character, it was just him, like, looking for his keys. You know, like, what, it has nothing to do with the fucking story. Okay, you know what? I'm actually just gonna speed run through this whole storyline because I don't want
Is
to
it Everything Everywhere All at Once
because
poster?
I
That's
cannot
cool.
stress enough. It is so fucking stupid and pointless. So this pastor ends the interview with a suggestion for Lori.
Would you be willing to
Kinda looks like Julia-
interview some other?
She kind of looks like Julia Louis-Dreyfus
The
a little
interview
bit.
with a suggestion for Lori.
Would
Kind of like a like it could be like her sister or something.
you be willing to interview some other people first?
Religious leaders?
No, just plain folks who might give you a completely different perspective.
Sounds like an interesting angle.
That's literally what reporting is, dude. Could you interview a bunch of different people with like varying viewpoints so you could form your own journalistic opinion? It's an interesting angle. So Lori takes his advice. She goes out and interviews, you know, regular, ordinary people, but literally everybody she talks to is the most Christian person of all time. For example, first she goes and talks to some guy who works at a soup kitchen who says that soon it's going to be illegal to pray in the United States.
What?
Where I come from, praying public or private, that's a arrestable offense.
Are you
Oh
saying
my
that's where you
god.
think we're
What?
headed?
That's a little fucking ridiculous, but hey, at least the soup looks good. My
Just water,
favorite,
man.
Water soup. She then visits a little girl who had a near-death experience, went to heaven and met Jesus.
How did you know it was Jesus?
I just did.
And this part is fucking insane because the little girl says the only reason Jesus sent the little girl back to Earth was to tell Lori that Jesus misses her.
Jesus had the angels take me back.
Do you know why?
To tell you, Jesus told me you were coming. And he loves you very much. And he wants you back.
He wants
Your
you
life
back.
is meaningless to me, little girl, but sure, I'll keep you alive so you can tell this random woman that I'm mad at her for not going to church anymore. Like, Jesus. Oh yeah, that's his... his fucking name. Maybe that's why his name is Jesus. He kept doing fucked up shit like that, and people were like, Jesus, man. And then, kind of just stuck. And then finally, Laurie visits this old woman who talks about how she gave everything up for God. Literally. She shows Laurie a newspaper article about her giving away her $35 million fortune to Christian charities. Yo, the dick riding is crazy, dude. Dude, imagine having $35 million and being like, yeah, I'm gonna put it all on conversion therapy, baby. I want my televangelist to fly around on a private jet so Jesus will go down on me in heaven. Hey, lady, you could have given some of that money to the VFX department.
Hey.
You jerk.
We were religious.
And then the big conclusion of the storyline, she goes home, she reads the Bible, and cries. And that's it. And that storyline confirms two things. One, Christians want to be oppressed so bad, dude. It has always been so fucking easy to be a Christian in America. But every single Christian she interviewed is like, yeah, life fucking sucks now because people don't like God anymore. Well, except for the little girl who was like, I'm only alive because Jesus used me as a carrier pigeon. And like, this is the thing I don't understand. If things are so bad because people stopped loving God so much, then God's a fucking dickhead. Like, I lose followers all the time. You don't see me starting fucking hurricanes and shit, you know? Am I saying I'm better than God?
Oh.
No.
And the other thing that this storyline confirms is Christian movies are just people fucking talking. Like, nothing happens. It's the same in the 2025 movie I talked about last year. It's just people sitting around being like, so, God. Yeah, I agree, but also Jesus. Oh, but of course. Like, it's just talking the whole time. Show me something else.
Oh, God, dude. What is
never
that?
mind. Let's just... Talking's fine. Okay, with that storyline done, let's cut back to Smitty and Ed. So Smitty pulls out his cell phone and he notices a key attached to it, which makes no fucking sense because literally 5 minutes ago he was using that cell phone to look for a signal and there was no key attached to it. But they use the key to open like some storage bin that's in the room.
Is that what I think it is? That looks like a body.
I don't know why I said that like a fucking cosplayer.
That looks like a body.
That looks like a body. You do know that's literally a corpse, right?
That's literally a corpse.
They pull the body out
Oh, no.
and they realize
Oh, my
it's
God.
Smitty's twin brother, Alex.
That's my twin brother. That's Alex. James. James? I thought he said his name was Smitty.
James? I thought he said...
Wait.
James.
He was... Wait,
Right?
how
Okay,
long was
so
he in
they-
that?
they pull the body... James? I thought he said his name was Smitty. That is actually fucked up, though. I don't know why he gave Ed a different name, but I'm just gonna keep calling him Smitty. So
Could have
that is
suffocated
Smitty,
in there.
and his brother's named Alex. But while the twins are freaking out on the floor together, Ed actually has a theory about who kidnapped them.
How's your guys' relationship right now?
I don't see what that has to do with any of this, man.
I'm gonna guess that means not good.
Then how do you know my brother and I were
Because
having...
it fits the MO.
The MO of what?
The guy I've been writing about.
This is just like
So
Saw.
you mean to tell me the reporter, Ed, is currently writing a story about a guy kidnapping people, locking them up, and it took him this long to connect the dots? You know, for a guy whose full name is Education, I don't think he has one. That's what Ed is short for, right?
They call him the Reconciler.
He said it, he said
Reconciler.
it in the movie. So now we've got our main antagonist of the film. Let's see what he's all about.
The Reconciler. This has his signature all over it.
What signature?
Kidnapping estranged family members and locking them up until they talk.
I remember...
Oh
reading
my
something-
God, dude. Really? Oh my God. Oh, that is so corny, dude. What? So he's like he's like a family therapist.
About him doing this, like, 2 cops or something.
What?
Yeah, man. The Reconciler kidnaps people who can't get along, and he holds them captive until they work out their differences.
That is
and then once
so
they do,
corny,
he
dude.
sets them free.
They call him the Reconciler.
That's gotta be the lamest fucking serial killer of all time, I think. What the fuck? Could you imagine if Jigsaw was that nice?
You're not in any real danger. I just miss the way things used to be.
Dude, this movie had so much potential to be the Christian Saw. You know, like in my head, I thought it was gonna be exactly like Saw, but instead of like the trap killing you, maybe the trap like makes you commit like a sin or something, you know? Like this is how I thought the movie was gonna go.
Or it was like he was kidnapping people who I guess were like, I don't know, anti-Christian.
Hello. Do you want to pray again?
What the fuck?
As you can see, I have taken the liberty of opening your text message conversation with your super religious mother. and I have typed out, God damn it. As you can see, I have also rigged the device to slowly lower your hand towards the send button. You have 1 minute to either saw your arm off or live in sin for the rest of your life.
Oh no.
Choose wisely. Oh my god. Oh, holy shit, you're actually doing it. Oh my, okay, wow. This is fucking awesome. Sweet.
That was a close one. Oh no, I pressed the send button by accident. Also, why did I saw my arm off? This hand was free the whole time. But it's not like that. Okay, it's not like that at all. So now the movie cuts to a flashback of the reconciler's first victims. There's these two detectives who are partners, but they can't get along with each other. They wake up locked in a car parked in some warehouse. And dude, this lady detective thinks it's a prank for like fucking way too long.
Ha ha ha, very funny. Are you trying to get the last laugh here or something? You wait till I fall asleep, you drive to a new location, you wake me up, and then you act like you had nothing to do with it. You took the radio too? This is pathetic, Bill. What is going on?
I don't know.
Oh my
I'm no
god, she's
detective,
annoying.
but I think it's pretty stupid that whenever you're in danger, you're just like,
Haha, good
joke,
one,
man.
guys.
Look, just turn around and walk away, okay? I don't want to hurt you. Nice gun, tough guy. What are you gonna do? Shoot me with it? All right, who's the wise guy? Who put this bullet hole here? Is this some sort of joke? Okay, haha, very funny, guys. Come on, fess up. Who's doing this? Oh, ow, good prank, guys. Come on. Oh yeah, classic. You got the classic light at the end of the tunnel with all my deceased loved ones beckoning me towards the pearly gates. Guess I'll go to heaven. So while the detectives are freaking out in the car, they find a voice recording, just like in the movie Saw. And dude, I am not exaggerating. This is one of the funniest movie scenes I have ever seen in my entire life.
Hello, detectives. I'm sure by now you're wondering how you got here and what's happening. In police work, you need to depend upon your partner. The two of you haven't been acting like partners for a long time, and it's been getting worse. The department knows of your growing animosity. Frankly, though, you're the best team they've got. Bill
What?
with your instincts, and Stacy with your street smarts. When the two of you work together, it really makes a difference in this town. But the bickering and lack of trust has let your bureau and the citizens of the city down.
Dude.
Oh my god, it's
Dude,
like
this is so fucking
it's like PG-rated
stupid, man.
Jigsaw.
Dude, what kind of criminal kidnaps cops in order to like encourage them to do better police work, man?
Bill with your instincts, Stacy with your street smarts.
Dude, it's so stupid. Also, fucking just break a window, you know? You got guns, you got elbow. Just fucking
Actually,
break a
though,
window.
yeah, why
Can't
haven't
be
they
that hard.
left
Also,
the
how
car
does
yet?
How does the reconciler know this? How could he possibly know the inner workings of a detective duo in a small town?
Okay, well, for one, this is kind of I mean that's true, but that's also in Saw too. Like, there's like some crazy shit that Jigsaw brings up. That's like, how the fuck do you know that?
Once you work things out, I will let you out of the car.
Okay, so the movie like periodically cuts back to the detective duo, so we'll get back to them in a second. But now it's back to the original group of guys. So they actually end up finding letters addressed to each one of them, and the reconciler explains that they have to work through their problems to escape the room.
You and your brother have some issues to work out.
And dude, here's the thing that makes no sense about this movie. If I was locked in a room against my will with someone that I had an issue with, and the only way to escape that room to save my life was to forgive that person, dude,
Yeah, what the
I'm
fuck?
out of there
Yeah.
in 10 seconds, dude.
Hug it
Like,
out.
you could have
Boom.
pushed me down the stairs, sawed my arm off, and pissed in my mouth, and I'd be like, you know what? Honestly, man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what you did to me. That was, it's all good. Water under the bridge, piss in my mouth, I don't care, okay? We're all good. Like, there was no problem big enough that would keep me in a room until I fucking died, you know?
Three of you have.
And is that it? Is that the only thing that I guess that like there's no traps, right? They're just trapped in a room, and there's no like immediate sense of danger besides, I guess, being trapped in the room, right? There's no like I don't know,
food and
no
supplies to last you
no
for a
saws
week.
or anything like that?
I'm sorry. A
traps.
week? The reconciler
Wait,
wasn't big enough
rewind that.
that would keep me in a room until I fucking died, you know?
Three of you have enough food and supplies to last you for a week.
I'm sorry. A week?
Enough food and supplies.
The reconciler gives them a whole week?
He doesn't mess around.
Yes, he does. That's all he's
He doesn't
doing.
mess
So let me
around.
remind you, at this point in the story, we still don't know why the brothers are mad at each other. So it must be pretty crazy if they're putting it off for later in the movie, right? It must be something fucked, you know, maybe one of the brothers fucking killed their mom or something. I'm excited. Not yet though. It's a Christian movie. We gotta add some filler. So to pass time, we cut to another pair of the reconciler's victims. This time it's the typical army dad who doesn't spend enough time with his son. But this one is especially goofy. They wake up in the middle of a forest or something, but they realize they know exactly where they are.
I think I know where we are. Mom always wanted you to bring me here for like a father-son hike.
So they read the letter and it says the keys to the handcuffs are at the top of the hiking trail. And they need to reconcile the relationship on the way up there.
Oh my god, dude, that's so corny.
But like, they're outside.
Yeah, actually.
You know what I mean? Like, they're not locked. Like, they're free to go. Especially since they're on a public hiking trail on a beautiful day. I think they're going to see another person and be like, hey, can you help us? We're like tied up. Also, there's nothing forcing them to reconcile. They just have to walk to the top of the fucking hiking trail. I feel like that'll make them hate each other even
like I said
more.
before, there's no like immediate sense of life-threatening danger.
To his loser son anymore.
You really hate spending time with me that much, don't you, Dad?
I'm a soldier in the United States Army.
So he's going to use his big, strong muscles to break the chain.
Don't worry, son. I got it.
Why isn't it working? So for the rest of the movie, it jumps between the three guys locked up and the flashbacks of the detectives and the father and son. Sorry, they also cut back to this older detective who is also investigating the reconciler. And it's really funny because in his office, he has like the classic detective like cork board, you know? And it has all the victims of the reconciler. And it's really interesting because they all say found, except for this like random father and son duo, I guess. So we can only assume they didn't work through their issues in time. And honestly, that's what this movie should have been about. It should have been about those two guys. I want to see how fucking stubborn those dudes are, you know? Please, just admit that you're wrong. No, we're both about to die. Just please admit that you're wrong so we can go home. Never. Kelly Clarkson did the voice for E.T. Who told you that? And now we cut back to the three amigos, and this is when we finally find out why the brothers are mad at each other.
Plain and simple, you turned his back on God.
I have not.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
you did. You haven't been to church in 2 years. How do you know? And besides, it doesn't even matter. Going to church has nothing to do.
Yeah, man. That's it. No dead mom after all. The real reason they can't put their differences aside to save their lives is because Smitty hasn't gone to church in 2 years.
Okay, everything is so black and white with him. He doesn't get
black
it.
and white.
You're either for Jesus or you're against him.
Only a Sith deals in absolutes. So they keep talking about God and a bunch of other bullshit. Then we cut back to the old detective talking to the other lady detective because he wants to go to the warehouse where she was held captive when the reconciler kidnapped her and her partner.
Where was that again?
Which is wild because, like, shouldn't you already have that fucking information if you're actively investigating the reconciler? Now, this is gonna sound crazy, a little unorthodox, a little outside of the box. But what if I went to the scene of the crime, sort of looked around for, I don't know, clues or evidence, you know?
Sounds like an interesting angle.
And obviously it wouldn't be a Christian movie without a big emotional montage.
Everybody falls sometimes. You gotta find the strength.
Wait, is this real?
From the ashes and make
Oh, what the fuck?
And this is where things get really gnarly. This is where the movie
Was that actually in the
becomes
movie,
silly and
that montage?
reconciliation.
And I've done good work. And when the promotion comes up, who gets it? You do.
Yeah, so she's upset that her partner got the promotion over her, which is fair, you know? She's been there longer.
I've been with the department 3 years longer than you have.
So let's see how they reconcile this problem.
Okay, I do need to try a little bit harder and
By admitting that she's wrong.
Partners?
Dude, that's fucked. I don't think that's correct at all. Look, I'm a guy, okay? Shit just sort of falls in my lap and I don't really have to work for it. I didn't even want the promotion, but I took it. You, on the other hand, you're a chick.
Yeah, you're a woman. You gotta work harder.
You gotta work way harder than me.
Come on.
If you want to get what you want. Partners?
Partners.
To me, that's not reconciliation. But to the reconciler, that was perfect. That was sufficient because as soon as they reconcile, the doors unlock.
Did you hear that?
Let's get out of here.
Oh my
Consider
god,
them
dude.
reconciled. And now it's time for the military dad and his son.
Who do you think I fight for? You guys.
Look, son, when I initiate a drone strike that kills hundreds of civilians, I'd do that for you. But yo, once they're done arguing, something crazy happens. The son slips and falls, and he's dangling off the mountain. Oh, okay, well, I guess he didn't really slip. He sort of just...
He kind of jumped off, yeah. Yeah, he was walking in the direction of the edge.
Walked off the cliff. Did he forget he was on top of a mountain?
I'm gonna pull on the chain, use it for leverage to climb back up.
Yeah, no shit. You're dangling from the chain. I'm gonna pull on the chain, then in turn pull you up. All right, so he pulls his son up, and the son fucking passes out for some reason. So now the dad has to carry him up the mountain, Madame Zeroni style. And they make it to the top of the mountain, and now they love each other again. Which doesn't make sense because they didn't fucking reconcile anything, dude. The dad didn't even like save the son's life like as a selfless thing. Like if the son fell off the cliff, so would the dad. So how do we know? How do we know why he saved the kid, right? And now it's time for the grand finale. The three amigos. So let's see how their story ends. Oh wait, sorry. Before we do that, I gotta play this part because when I saw it for the first time, I laughed really fucking hard.
I'm wondering, what's the twist gonna be? Is the guy with the cane the reconciler? Because like this whole time I've been thinking, why is he in that room with the two brothers?
And the cops, they stay partners?
Yep.
It
Is he
sounds
the
really
reconciler?
similar to what Alex and I are going through.
What?
Because the plot twist in the first Saw was, spoiler alert if you haven't seen Saw, but the plot twist at the very end of the first Saw is that Jigsaw was in the room with them the whole time.
What?
Right?
What?
Right? It seems like he forgot he was on a movie set and he was genuinely confused by what that guy just said to him. You know, it sounds really similar to what Alex and I are going through.
What?
Who's Alex? That guy's name is Jeremy. He's an actor. You know that, right? What the fuck are these cameras doing? All right, cut. Dude, can you stop yelling that? I'm trying to have a conversation with this guy.
What?
All right, you remember at the beginning of this video where I said this movie has a crazy twist ending?
Right.
Strap in. The twins forgive each other and they hug it out, and then Ed puts his cane down and walks to the other side of the room. He never had a hurt leg after all.
Oh my god, they did copy the twist.
That's not it.
Oh my god, that
The
grin.
big twist isn't his
That
ankle.
smirk.
Let's see the actual twist.
Well, I told you that I was a reporter. Kind of. And as for the reconciler, the two of you have been talking about him the entire time you've been in here.
If you guys missed that, who have they been talking about the whole time?
God. God. Jesus. God.
I think the reconciler is God.
Oh.
There's earthquakes and starvation and murder and famine going on. God is going around being like,
These two detectives are the best this small town
Damn,
has.
did
I
they
gotta
God
do everything
Jigsaw?
I can to make sure this woman thinks
That's kinda
she
sick,
does not
actually.
deserve a promotion.
I'm sweating so much. And dude, that's not even the end of it. Because that begs the question, if the reconciler is God, who the fuck is Ed?
I thought you said that was locked.
It was locked. I checked it.
How'd you do that? The same way that I got those cops out of their car. The same way that I helped Jeff pull JR off.
Oh my god, dude, it's so
The only difference
lame.
between those assignments and this one is that it was decided that it was time for me to work a case up close and personal.
Well, now we know why the son passed out after his dad pulled him up.
What is
off
that
the leg,
depiction
you know?
of God,
He's
too?
probably
Like,
fucking
why?
confused by this strange man fucking casting a strength spell on his dad.
I'm a messenger. I'm a guardian.
Oh, is
and
he like an
other things as
angel?
Well.
You're
Oh, wow.
Again, if that old lady would have given some money to the VFX department.
We were religious.
Okay, so yeah, I guess Ed was an angel?
What?
Is that what Christians have to look forward to when they go to heaven? You're sent back to Earth to be a pawn in God's like weird
That'd actually be kind of
therapy
fun.
sessions
I'd be
that
down for
might
that.
kill people. I mean, I guess it's worth it because you get sweet superpowers, like the power to unlock a car. But yeah, the movie ends with the old detective finding them with his awesome detective work, and everybody goes home safe and happy.
It's a pretty amazing story.
And that is The Reconciler. Probably the worst fucking movie I've ever seen in my life, and that is saying a lot. But at the end of the day,
God
that's just
damn.
my opinion, right? So let's take a look at some other reviews to see what the general public thinks of this movie. We got one review, a 10 out of 10 on IMDb. Gripping
Really?
from minute one says, The Great Scott Magician. I have been a movie buff for many years. I've also been a fan of the faith-themed genre. But I have often believed most faith-themed filmmakers are behind a time when it comes to what people are watching these days. I have heard mainstream film after mainstream film use the following sentence for their trailers. Gripping from minute one. While Christian films have gotten many right, Most of them you need to give them about a half hour before they get good. This film, on the other hand, gives you a reason to watch and stay with the movie from the moment it opens. It's not just a message in the story, is a tool. There is an actual story. Not bad for a director and actor who decided to write together for the first time. Yeah, okay. The Great Scott Magician fucking loved it, I guess. That's great. Let's check this dude out.
Wait. He's a magician, actor, and right. Wait.
Hold on, is that...
Oh, it was Ed.
What? That is Ed. Okay, great. So the only positive review for this movie is the star of the movie. I didn't know this until like a couple minutes ago, but the last line of that review was oddly specific. You know what I mean? Not bad for a director and actor who decided to write together for the first time. Like, what? How would you know that? So I looked it up, and Scott was also the co-writer.
Oh my god, of
the
course.
Reconciler.
Okay.
It actually makes a lot of sense that he's a magician, you know? That explains how he disappeared at the end of the movie. Sorry, I want to see some of this guy's magic tricks. I'm gonna look him up. Here he is.
I am, for all intents.
Some of this
I
guy's
found
magic
him.
tricks. I'm gonna look him up.
The Great Scott promo intro part 1 out of 13 years ago.
Here he is.
I am, for all intents and purposes, a magician. But I'm a little different than most magicians, because I am a magic man of God.
Ooh, that's fucking tough, dude. Magic Man of God has got to be the sickest thing I've ever heard, man. Oh my... Imagine all the YouTube comments on this are like from him as well. Gripping from minute 1. I know it's gripping from minute 1. Dude, okay, never mind. All the comments are from other magicians named the Great Scott. Hi, I'm the other Great Scott the Magician, and this spamming on both our walls is not decent. By the way, I am in Australia. Get tickets. And I searched the trademarks which showed this name as available worldwide. And then Great Scott Magician, New Jersey. I hope God forgives you for using my trademarked name. Uh-oh.
What?
It's not very Christian of you to steal a trademarked name.
How many Great Scots are
sorry,
there?
I got a little off track there. But in conclusion,
I mean, it's a pretty basic
I took
name.
the piss out of this movie
Great
pretty hard.
Scott
But I
the
think making a
Magician.
Christian horror movie is probably one of the hardest things you can
I wanted to
ever
see the
try to
YouTube
do, because
video.
you're not allowed to put any of the fucked up shit in it, which makes horror movies so sick. But you know what? If they're gonna make some more Christian
gonna show
remakes
the-
of horror movies, I got some ideas.
Oh, man.
Okay? Instead of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, you could do Virgin Mary's Frankincense. Instead of Friday the 13th, it's a Good Friday the 13th. Instead of Halloween, you could do a movie called Christmas. Those are all like classic horror movies. If they want to stay current, you know, they could do, you know, instead of Nope, a movie called Pope. Christian filmmakers, you can have all of those, okay? Just keep the squirting
I want to
frost
find
out of
that
it.
Great.
All right, speaking of
All right, whatever.
here he is.
The Great Scott promo. The Great Scott promo. Here it is.
Greetings, my name is Scott Galbraith, but for many years people have known me as the Great Scott. I am, for all intents and purposes, a magician. But I'm a little different than most magicians, because I am a magic man of God. I've been a student of magic ever since I was 6.
It's just him
But
introducing
when I was
himself. Does he
about
do any
13,
tricks?
I accepted Jesus Christ as my personal Lord and Savior. Ironically, it was at the performance of a Christian magician. In 1 Peter 4:10,
People coming over from
we're told this.
from the video.
Each of you received a spiritual gift. God has shown you his grace in giving you different gifts. God's gift serves. Today, we want to bring me to your...
He doesn't do any tricks. I gotta see if he does any tricks. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Oh, these are kind of long. I want to see him do one trick.
Members of Luke the 11th, what is your name, sir?
My name's Jason.
Jason what?
Jason Bourne.
Oh, I've seen your movies. It's a pleasure to meet you. Let's give Jason a nice round of applause, please. Thank you very much. Yes. We have
Yeah,
a miniature
Jason.
audience with us today. Thank you very much, both of you. That was wonderful. Okay, now here's what we're going to do. As a magician, here is a question that I get asked constantly.
Yeah, what's up?
Scott, are you a skeptic? And the truth is, I am a skeptic. I'm one of the first people to try to guess the surprise ending to a movie. I'm one of the first people to figure
People
out
ask that?
how another magician does it.
Are you a skeptic?
Okay?
Why?
So people have thrown back in my face, well, Scott, if you are a skeptic, do you believe that stories can be blown out of proportion? And the truth is they can. So people have tried to convince me that what is in this fabulous book right here is nothing but a bunch of stories. But the truth is, it is my skepticism that will not allow me to dismiss it. Let me give you an example.
I mean, they are still stories, right?
Here we have
Whether you believe they're real or not, they're still stories.
9 verse 6. And this is a verse that has been written into more Christmas songs than you can shake.
Oh my God, get on with the trick. Are you a magician or a pastor?
Let's flip the angel. Have tried to when magicians have volunteers. We go through the whole, have we ever met before? Have we ever prearranged any of this? In the interest of full disclosure, we have met several times before.
For a minute.
I asked you to be a part of this before we ever rolled camera. But I didn't tell you anything about what I was going to do. You have absolutely no idea what I'm going to ask you to do.
No idea.
Absolutely not. And he doesn't look happy about that for some reason. For this illustration, we're going to use something
been doing anything
called
recently?
playing cards. Now, for the record, playing cards are nothing more than pieces of cardboard with ink on them. It's all about how you use them.
Still does magic, it looks like. Well, 3 years ago.
If you don't mind, I haven't done any card tricks today, so I will just warm up slightly, if you don't mind, real quick.
Wow.
That, professionally, is known as the waterfall. Unless you do it wrong. If you do it wrong, you know what it's called?
52 card pickup.
Exactly. Good man. Good man. Give him a nice round of applause, please, for knowing that. There we go. Now, Jason, a waterfall is called a waterfall because the water falls, right?
Right.
Raise your hand if you could have figured that out without my help. Good, all of you. Very good. All right, now, have you ever seen a waterfall that goes sideways?
No.
Here's a waterfall going sideways. There we are.
Very nice.
What about one going up? Have you ever seen that?
No.
Here's a waterfall going up. There we are.
That's like not even that impressive, dude. I know how to do that. And like the one he did up, he did it like so close together. Like, look, watch.
There we are.
Very nice.
What about one going? Ever seen that?
No.
Here's a waterfall going up.
Oh my
There we
God.
are. And then, of course, we have the one thing that every magician on the planet is known for doing, professionally called spreading or fanning. You could make a very strong argument that these are Jason's two biggest fans. Aside from the two people.
Oh my God.
Alrighty, we're going to have Jason pick a card from this pack, but we're also going to use another card. Could you hold that deck for 1 second, please, Jason? We are also going to use this card right here. I was actually kind of worried.
This is a long trick, man.
Ryan,
get on with it.
Can this card get on
Jeez.
camera? Are we covered?
I think it's too small.
Oh, it's too small. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll bring the big card next time. My mistake. All right, this card right here is going to be our prediction for this trick. And basically, what a prediction is an educated guess in most cases. But in this particular case, this prediction is exactly what I know is going to happen. We're going to put it right down here, and I'm going to keep my hands off of it, and it will be there the whole time. The people in this room will make sure I don't pull a fast one. Now, Jason, we're going to have you pick a card. Here's how most guys do it. They fan out the cards, and they say to their volunteer, pick a card, any card. But I'm not going to. Here's how I'm going to do it instead. I'm going to go like this. Can you please say stop somewhere?
Stop.
You're supposed to say stop somewhere, but that was close enough, okay? Is that where you stop me?
Yes, it is.
Take the card I cannot see. I'm going to turn around. Please show it to the camera, and please show it to everybody else here.
Hold on, hold it up there.
Gotta get the zoom in.
Okay.
How's that?
Got it.
Alrighty. Now, I have to ask you one thing about this card, Jason. Is this card you're holding a number, or is it a face card?
It is a number.
It is a number, okay. How good were you in math class?
Very good.
All right. This huge card that we had here in front of you the whole time, and it was here the whole time, right? I just didn't pick up a different card, right?
Right.
Okay. This card that was in front of you the whole time is also a number. Would you be surprised if this number and that number were the same number?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you right now they don't match. Would you like to know why?
Why is that?
Because every magician and his cousin has done that trick.
Right.
We're going to take this a little bit of a step further. I asked
Oh
if you
my
were
God.
good in
Okay,
math
come on.
class, right?
Okay.
What if this number were half of that number? Would that be amazing?
Yes.
I thought it would be.
Okay.
Wow.
Would that be half of what you had right there?
That would be.
Thank you very much. I hope that. Oh, could you grab that for me, please?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Now, did you enjoy that?
Not bad.
Would you like to know how that's done?
How is it done?
Well, can you keep a secret?
Sure.
So can I. All right. Now, you might have noticed I have a second card here.
Right.
There are two rules of magic. One, never give your secrets away, which I just proved. Rule number two is never do the same trick twice. But hey, I brought this extra prediction, so let's try it one more time. Okay?
Oh, okay.
I'm going to have you pick a
All
second
right,
card.
whatever. Well, that was interesting. That was the Great Scott from the blockbuster hit film. Fuck, I can't even remember what it was called. The Reconciler. All right.